We seem to have a storm or something going on. So I need kindling though. So we're going to make a little bit of kindling this morning. As you can see, it is hammering it down. But luckily, we have the log store. So let's get in here and let me show you around a little bit. So we have a little bit of kindling going on. You can see all the wood we've got here. And I can't believe how bad the weather is today. So the weather's not on our side today, as you can see. It must be 50-60 mile an hour winds, but we've got to make some kindling, so let's get on with it and get some done. So this is how I do it, DIY style. So all you're going to need really is one axe and a hammer. This is what I've got. I've also got this older axe from back in the day, but I really like this new rough, what is it called? It's called a roughneck axe. But this is some kindling that I've made before, and I like to stock up on this in terms of I always like to have a couple of weeks just drying out, because once you've chopped it like this, obviously it dries even more than it was already dried. So I like to have really good seasoned kindling if I can. So this is how I do it. There's loads of ways to do it. I would like I would like a kindling tool of some description, but I'm going to take you through the process that I do currently. So I always pick my kindling based on the wood. So the wood that I would choose is wood very similar to this here. Now, ones like this, for example, I wouldn't turn into kindling, but this type I would. Now obviously you'd want, in an ideal world, you'd want a soft wood, not a hard wood. Really, that's what I like personally, just because soft wood tends to burn a little bit quicker for me. But the hardwood is fine as well. Like, I've made oak into kindling before, but the softer stuff is just easier to cut. For me, I like to take a seat like this. I am going to make a kindling station this springtime. So it's as simple as this. I would always suggest wearing glasses as well. You know, we're going to just hit into it like this. And then once we've got pieces like this, we're going to chop them down even further. So always just hit into it and then hit the top with the hammer, just like this. And then we get what I would class as the perfect kindling. And this one piece of wood here, you know, you'll get at least, I don't know, you'll get at least, you know, 20 or 30 of these out of this. And as you can see, it will just keep going. And then you get slightly bigger pieces like that, which you'll chop in half again. Now, it goes without saying that that is some nice kindling, but we'll put it by here. You've got to be extremely careful doing this. I'll be honest, it is quite dangerous, you know, especially sitting down like this. But you just want, you know, it's a lot of effort, but in life you get what you put into it. So we're just going to keep going with this for a little bit, and always make sure you're on a hard surface as well. So we're on a, you know, like a 6 or 7 inch concrete floor here. So obviously this surface is fine. And as you can see, that's how it's done. So, you know, you're going to have to do this. In reality, you're probably going to have to, you're going to need to get a good amount of kindling together, because that's the one frustrating part sometimes, is you've got plenty of wood, the wood's easy to buy, but kindling, they seem to charge a lot for the kindling for some reason, because of this exact thing. It takes a lot of effort to get the kindling. So we like to do it ourselves, just like this. And it's quite therapeutic actually. Obviously not everyone's going to want to sit down doing it like this, but for now, until I get my kindling station up and running, this is what we will be doing. Alright, let's get back into the house. As you can see, the weather is not great at all today. But at least we got the kindling done, so let's get the fire on and let's get warm. Look at it. Don't know if you can see the trees. Pretty windy. I can't believe how crazy the weather is out there. So we're in front of the fire, we got our kindling. This is the kindling that's been in the house for a couple of weeks. And as you can see, this kindling is bone dry. It's like rocket fuel now really. So what I would normally do is you order your wood, select your wood, chop it up like we just did in the video, and then obviously bring it in the house. So if you can make your kindling like we just did, bring it in the house to season it further and dry it, then you'll have your rocket fuel. Now I'll be interested to see how everyone in the comments gets their kindling, because I know you can buy it online, or you can buy it in supermarkets. But it is expensive for what it is, because you go through it so quick. Like, you know, you buy like a £3 bag of kindling in the store, for example, and it's because it's kiln dried, it's so dry that you just burn through it like paper. So obviously this stuff is maybe a slightly harder wood, maybe, or maybe has a slightly higher moisture content in it, so it definitely burns a little bit slower. But it definitely, this, as you can see in the videos, it always gets my fire going, no problem at all. So let me know in the comments below, guys, how you do your kindling. I'll be very interested to see how everyone does their kindling. Thanks for watching as always, and I will see you in the next one.